to the insert for a ring or necklace or earrings or what have you. So I'm going to turn this into a plain box, into something that is more appropriate in the gift section. So I have done a little bit of prep beforehand, obviously, because sometimes it can be a bit time consuming, especially when it comes to paint. So move this to one side so you can see where that is. So what I did is I actually covered the box with white acrylic just to give it a base coat. Now this is the lid, obviously just plain white. Now it's a little bit stripy, but that doesn't matter as long as it has one coat to give it a prime. Alright, so it's quite dry. Now when it comes to the decoration, I have a few ideas. I've got this napkin which has got some nice print design on it, and I've decided to use the centerpiece here to put on top of the box. So when you get these napkins, basically they come in 3 or 2 ply, and what you want to do is to take the 2 layers, backing layers off, so that all you're left with is the 1 ply with your pattern or desired picture on. Now when it comes to the, let's move that way, when it comes to the edge, when you cut out your picture, whatever it's going to be, when you stick this onto here, you're going to have a straight line, and it is really going to show up. Alright, so a small tip that you need to do is get yourself some water with a little brush. If I can just grab a little brush, and then you just need to go, just need to make a wet line around the picture that you're going to be doing. Now when it comes to doing that, you can actually pull away and make a feathered edge, and it takes away that really blunt edge, so it makes it nice and feathery. And sometimes you can just lay it down if you've got an old craft knife or a pair of tweezers or an old nail file that you don't use anymore. You can lay it on and just get quite close to your design without destroying the picture. You can just go around and pick up as close as you like with your wet bit, so that when you actually put it on, you've got not a straight line like you have here, which will stand out quite brightly, you know, because you can see that very easily, but against the wet paint you won't see that feathered edge so much. I'll show you on this one. So there you have very straight edge, and you can really see the straight edgeness on there, and when this is glued down you can't really see the edge at all. Right, you'll see a big difference when it comes to actually having it glued onto the item. Okay, so I've already prepped my raggedy outside line, but I mean that's only purely because I just wanted it away, you know, not so close to the, you know, straight edge or whatever. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to get a brush, and I already have some pre-made PVA and water mix. This is for when I do these decoupage. You can use more, you know, proper like decoupage glues and what have you if you want. I just find it's extremely expensive for what what you get it, what you know what you're using it for. So I've got quite a nice, very soft brush, to be honest, like a makeup brush, and I've got some PVA glue there, which is mixed with water to keep it quite light, not a heavy thick glue. What I'll do is I'm gonna paint my box with PVA glue. You can get Mod Podge and various other decoupage type glues, but as I said, this is just normal. Well, this is not even craft PVA glue. This, you know, like your school glue. This is what builders use to seal a wall, and I can get it in quite big containers, which works out in the long term a lot cheaper than what you pay for the stuff that's labelled craft glue. So basically I've gone all the way around the outside, all around the top. Let's put the glue to one side because you are going to use that again in a moment. Now I just need something to stand that on a minute. So what I'm now going to do is find, so I can get you in shot, find the center for my picture to go on. So I'm just doing this by eye. I do want it to go down from the edge of my box, working its way up the box and down the back side. And then I want it to go down the edge on there, and then down the edge on there. What I'm then going to do is on the corners, I'm just going to pinch so that they lay flat. I don't want them to overlap. I don't want them to cause, you know, excess build up. So I've already just folded those neat. So I'm going to just snip those off. Any tiny little bits, come here. Any tiny wee bits are going to come away or get stuck down when it comes to putting the next layer of PVA glue on. So all I'm doing is just tidying up the edge a wee bit. So I've got a neat edge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get my PVA glue again, and I'm going to put on gently another layer over the top. Now this is a process, obviously, because this PVA glue is going to have to dry because you are putting it on quite thick. With your decoupage picture underneath, be exceptionally careful that you don't rub too hard, that you end up creasing and damaging the napkin, which is so easy to do. So I'm putting on quite a large amount of glue to make sure that it's nice and smooth, everything is covered, making sure the corners are stuck down, the edges are stuck down. Make sure everything is all covered up nicely. Okay, So what you need to do now is let this dry. So I'm just going to pop this on top of something so it can just sit there and hang to dry. And then in a few seconds you'll see an updated version of that item. But until then, so to clarify then, we've got this nice plain cardboard box with an insert for putting in necklaces or just earrings or what have you, or just can take it out depending. So we have stage 1. Stage 2 was to paint the box white with an acrylic paint. This one's had 2 coats. And then stage 3 is our acrylic covered box, and then the decoupage on the top. Now with the decoupage, this has had 2 coats of PVA glue on the top just to secure everything. Any rough edges have been slightly sanded, and I mean very, very slightly, with a very light paper, just to take off any edges that may be a little bit sharp. This will then be coated with a lacquer or a acrylic varnish, purely because that will seal the PVA, and also will do the base, and that will seal that also. So then you've gone from a rather plain, sad looking box to a nice trinket box, well, a nice little box you can use as a gift box, and then a trinket box after to keep things in. So I hope you enjoyed this video of crafting a little box with some decoupage decoration. Like, subscribe, comment and share, and we'll see you again. Cheerio for now.